Shopify released 10 new free themes, and those themes are extremely important. They are not like the usual free themes because if you want to profit from the latest Shopify updates, you must be using one of them. If you are not familiar with what's happening with Shopify, I will tell you slightly something that might actually shock you. Now with Shopify, and if you are using one of these 10 free themes, you can actually create any section you want using AI. Yes, any section you want. In this video, I'm going to walk you through these 10 themes, then I will show you how to modify one of them. And for sure, I will show you how to use Shopify AI to generate sections. So let's get started. Many people are actually focusing and talking a lot about the Horizon theme, maybe because the Shopify update was called actually Horizon, so they feel that this is the best theme out there. To me, this is my least favorite actually. I think there are so many better themes in this new edition that you can use. It's very limited. It doesn't have a lot of option. Even the demo store, it's not well done. We're gonna see it later on. I'm going to show you later on this theme so you can judge yourself. Okay, the first theme we have in here is Savor, and if you want to preview this theme, you just need to click on it. And then here you click on View Demo Store, or you can click on Try Theme. I always recommend you to see the demo store. I always recommend you to see the demo store to get a feeling about how this theme is going to work. So when you click here on View Demo Store, you will be taken to the demo store. And always check the preview on desktop versus that preview on mobile. I always like to check two things, the home page and the product page, because these are the most important things to me. So this is the first theme, and in here Shopify is using a food related niche. So as you can see, you have the product listed. It's a very well designed product page. It's still basic, but as I told you before, you can add any section to any theme now. If you go now to the product page, for example, it's also a very clean, neat product page. And I think if you are just starting out, this could be a good option for you. If you want to preview it on mobile, you just click here on mobile preview and you see the different options. In order to get a very definitive decision on which theme you are going to use, I highly recommend you to always try the theme to see like the sections that are already there, especially if creating sections with AI is still a little bit challenging for you. Trying the theme is the best way to judge if it's a good fit or no. So this was the first theme, and if you check in here, you will notice that we started to have some reviews for the theme, so how much people are liking it versus how much people are using it and so on. And as you can see, Horizon is the most reviewed one so far. We have also this one very reviewed, but it's not actually a reason to judge a theme. Again, it depends on your niche and how you want your store to look. So after Savor, we have Pitch, and it's actually one of my favorites in this new edition. I think it's very sleek, it's very elegant, it's different than the usual Shopify themes. And when you check the demo store, you will notice this. You will notice like the imagery is different, the way the products are showing is different. I like this theme a lot, and I think for any skincare theme with a small funky angle, this theme could work very well. Again, you go to the product page and you see in here the options. I'm not a very big fan of putting the product information on left of product images. I'm not a very big fan on putting the product information on the left because I think this is not what people are used to see online. People are used to see the information on the right. But if you want to use this theme, for example, what I recommend you to do is to download it and see if you can actually switch the position of the text. This is an important thing for me, for example. And if you click here on the mobile preview, you can see the mobile preview. After Pitch, we have Dwell and Vessel, and I feel that these themes are a little bit like similar somehow with the elegant vibe. If you click on Dwell in here and we preview it, for example, it's a very nice theme. It has the most important things, like for example, showing the second image on the hover. So for example, it has so many nice features, like for example, showing the second image, like the quick add to cart. And if you scroll down, you can see more sections. And if we go to the product page, you can see that it's also a very nice, elegant page. You have here the swatches, you have here the information and tabs, which is something I like. This is actually, I think, my second favorite theme in this edition. It's very neat, very clean. I really liked it. Vessel is also a nice theme. If you preview it, you will see it has also an elegant feel. I'm not sure if they offer the option to show the second image on hover. That's why I would need to download it in order to check this, but it also looks nice. It has some nice features, like in here showing the different product images when you choose the swatches in here. It's also elegant with good imagery. If you click on the product page, you will also see that the information are very well organized. Again, I think that these two themes are very similar and they are both very good. Next, we have Ritual, which is also a different theme. It's somehow similar to Pitch with the way they are showcasing the information. So as you can see, instead of having like a product image at the beginning, so instead of having a hero image at the beginning, we have this ability to add a very big text with like the headline. Also, I think it's very good for selling fashion. It's very nice. It has the swatch feature in here. The product listing is very nice, and if you click on the product page, you will also see the information in here. I prefer the Dwell and Vessel vibes over the Ritual vibe, but for any brand that's bold, this could be a very good start. Then we have Heritage, and it's actually one of my least favorite. I think it's a little bit weird. I don't like weird experiences. I prefer familiar experiences, unless being weird and different is part of the brand full vibe. So again, as you can see, it doesn't look like a usual Shopify theme. I'm pretty sure you can customize it. I'm pretty sure you can customize it to look like a normal Shopify theme, but you would lose the point of using this theme in the first place. If we click on a product, we can see the product page. So again, you have the information on the left. If I am to use this theme, I would check if I can move the information to the right. But not only that, also in here, as you can see, the images are listed on a 2 columns layout. If this is something that bothers you, you need to make sure that you have the ability to replace this by small thumbnails under the image, for example. So that's why, again, I recommend you to always try the theme before deciding on building your full store over it. I will leave the Horizon theme until the end. I will show you the Thinker, which is a very nice theme in my opinion. It's also similar to Dwell and Vessel somehow. If you click on it, you will see that it's sleek, it's elegant, it has these small little details that I really like. So I think it's a very nice theme. I've loved it. I've loved the way like you can add videos and so on. And if you go to a product page, and when you hover over the product, you can, for example, add the product to cart, see the swatches, which is something amazing. If you click on a product page, also the information in here are very nice. You have these small features in here, you have the tabs. I think this is a very good theme to start with, actually. Then we have Fabric and Atelier, and both of these themes have like a very good number of reviews compared to the other ones, actually. So it seems that people are using them more. If you click in here, you can preview Fabric. I didn't actually like or dislike this theme. I like that you can use a lot of videos in here, which is nice, but I didn't find anything like special about it. But again, it depends on your niche. There is nothing wrong with it. You can always like update it, modify it, so it works with your brand. When you click on your product page, and when you click on your product page, you can see a preview of the product page and the options that you have in here. If you do the mobile preview, you can have a better idea about how your page is going to look on mobile, which is something important, super important for any e-commerce business, actually. Now Atelier is a little bit different, like with some fancy sections. So if you click on it in here and you preview it, you will see like they have some things that we are not used to, like in here the collection lists, which is very nice. Like in here, for example, the collections list, which is a very nice section. You can choose a collection, show a number of products, show an image related to the collection, and so on. Also, it's a very sleek theme, and it reminds me a little bit of the Dawn theme, I think, to some extent. It really depends on what you are like looking for in terms of like the general layout of your theme, but it's very nice and it is elegant. Now, the final theme we are going to discuss is the Horizon, and honestly, this is my least favorite one. I'm not sure why there is a very big hype on this theme. It looks very AI, maybe because the photos inside of it are AI, and so many people are thinking, so many people are saying that this is going to be the new Dawn theme and Shopify will be updating it a lot. I'm not sure really why, but I think it's very basic and it's my least favorite. So as you can see, this is the home page. When you click, you can see the product page with the option. And I really believe that we have seen so much better themes in this edition. And I really believe that the themes we have seen before, most of them are way better than this one. Now we are going to see together how you can update and modify one of these themes. I'm going to take the Dwell theme as an example. So I will click on it and I will click on Try Theme. So now the new theme has been added to my store and I will start customizing it. You click here on Customize and it will take you to the theme editor. There are some changes that happen here on the theme editor. If you want to know more about them, you can check this video on my YouTube channel. But now let's focus on how we are going to modify this theme. So if you are familiar with Shopify and with Shopify themes, the experience is almost the same. All you need to do is to click here on Add Section, and you will see the lists of all the available sections within this theme. And now these sections are being organized by topic. So as you can see, we have banners, collections, forms, layout, products, storytelling, and so on. So basically, it's a little bit more practical to move around these sections now. And not only that, wherever you are like checking one of these sections, you can see the preview in here, so you have an idea about what you are adding to your store. And in addition to these sections given already by the theme, you can also create your own sections, and I will show you how. But first, let's go over some of the available sections and options within the theme itself. So let's say, for example, you want to start by the header section in here. All you need to do is to click on the announcement bar and modify the things in here. Shopify in this new edition is doubling down a lot on the color schemes. So this actually is practical because in this way you could define the different combinations of colors you want to use and you keep using them all over your store. In order to modify or to define your color schemes, you go in here to settings and from here to colors, and as you can see, you have the pre-made color schemes. And these color schemes should be modified one by one to match your brand colors. So you click in here and you modify the color. You can either modify the color directly in here or link to your brand assets. If you don't know what brand assets are, it's simply in here when you go to Shopify settings, under your general settings and you scroll down, you will see a section called brand assets. You need to go in here on manage, and in here you add your brand assets. So the main colors, the logo, and so on. I recommend you to do this because this makes your work way easier when you are setting up your color schemes. Okay, so once you've done that, you can start selecting and linking back to these colors from your Shopify dashboard. And let's say at a certain point you decided to change one color of your brand colors. Instead of changing it on every part of your store, you just need to change it on your brand assets, and the change will be applied all over your store because you have linked in here within your colors to the dynamic source, not to the color itself. And as you can see, you have these colors to choose from. These are the same colors you set up at the brand asset level. Okay, so going back in here, you have the announcement bar, you have the color scheme, you can choose the section widths, you can choose the speed of the announcement that's happening, and you can even change the padding top and bottom. In here, there is the custom CSS section, which is not something many people are familiar with, but it's one of the most important Shopify features now. The custom CSS section is basically a small section. This section is actually a small section that allows you to change the CSS or the appearance of your section in here instead of playing around with the theme code. And this is super practical because let's say I want to change something only in this section. I want to change the color font, or I want to change the color weight, or I want to change maybe the spacings or something like this. I can apply specific code to this section only in here. If you have no idea about custom CSS, this is going to be challenging for you. But if you have a slight idea, this is going to be a very big addition, and it can greatly help you to modify things. Within the announcement bar, you can add other announcements. So as you can see, you can click here on add block and add a block. Okay, after the announcement, you have the header, which is mainly where you are linking to your main menu and to your logos. I'm not going to discuss the menus and how to divide your products into collections and sub-collections because this is a totally different topic and I can't cover it in this video, but basically in here you need to link to the main navigation menu on your store. If you want to know more about navigations, you can check this video on my YouTube channel. Once you are done with this section, and again, if you check on the header part in here, you can see all the things that you can modify, the colors, again, we are back to schemes, and all the options where you want, and all the options that you can modify. And as you can see, although this is a free theme, it's coming with a lot of advanced modifications. This wasn't the case usually with the free themes from Shopify. And it's also fair to say that this is the first version of these themes. So most probably over time, these themes are going to improve. Once you are finished with this section, we move on to the main page content. So we have these sections in here. And the sections that you want to include in here are going to basically first depend on the sections available within the theme catalog. So again, you click on sections and you add sections from here. And you can notice that the way these sections are showing in here is different than before. So for example, now the sections are already like collapsed, closed. Before they were all open, which was a little bit annoying. Now they are all closed, and if you click in here, you will notice that even the blocks within the section, so this is the section and these are blocks, you will notice that the blocks within the section are now organized into like topics, so it's also more practical. Okay, so you can modify these sections. There are so many things that's changed in terms of product card and the options that you have. And for each section, when you click on it, you will see the options related to this section. If you look in here, for example, at the first section, which is the hero section, which is the image with the text, when you click on it, you will see that we have two elements within this section. So we have the text and the button. Usually to modify the section settings, you need to click on the section title. And in here, you will find all the things related to the section. So you have the link if you want the full section to be clickable, which is something I find very useful. Then you have like the media, the image that you want to include. You can add another image as well. You have the layout, the direction, and you have other things related to the appearance and the look of the section. Under this, you will find that the elements of the section, so we have the hero, text, and we have the button, which is super similar to what we used to see before on Shopify. It's not something like different. If you are used a little bit with theme customization, I'm pretty sure you know about these things. So if we go back in here, let's for example choose an image. And I think it's pretty nice that in this theme, they are also allowing us to upload a video on the hero section, which wasn't a available option before in most of the free themes. So I think this is nice. Let me add here another image. So now as you can see, I have two images, and in here I have the layout. So it's vertical. I can even have it horizontal. So the button would be on the left. You can adjust alignment, put it on the right, which is also. And as you can see, when you choose the horizontal options, that are allowing you to change the disposition or the alignment on mobile. So as you can see, when I'm choosing vertical, the option disappears, but when I choose horizontal, they are allowing me to change the layout on mobile. So if I go now to mobile, as you can see, it's horizontal. I will choose it to be vertical. As you can see, it's vertical, but if I turn it off, it's going to be horizontal again, and I can center it from here. So this is also a nice option, and even this, like seeing the option disappear and appear, it's something new from Shopify, allowing conditional, let's say, display based on what you are changing or what you are toggling on and off wasn't an option before. Now this is available, and it makes the navigation of the editor way easier, especially for beginners. Again, you can go in here and change the settings. You have the width, the height, you have the overall appearance, you have the padding, and again, you have the custom CSS. I'm going to go quickly over the different available sections within this theme. Then we are going to talk about how we can add a special section using AI. So when you click on add section, you will see that for the banner section, we have hero, we have hero marquee. So in here, the text is moving. We have large logo, we have also marquee, and we have split showcase. I think these options are very nice. Like you can use them even not only on the, let's say, the header section, you can use them even within the store. So if you want to have like a discount or announcement, you can use this one, for example. Then we have the collection, and here you have like the collection links spotlight, which is a very nice section. So basically you would be listing your collections and you will be seeing them this way. You have collection list text, you have like this way of collection list, you have the carousel, you have the editorial, and you have the grid. Also, having all of these options within a free theme is actually amazing. I've never seen this in any old free theme before. And all of these layouts are actually very good, and you can profit from them, especially if you have a lot of collections and sub-collections and you don't want your homepage to look boring. Okay, after this you have the forms for the contact, you have the layout, and in here you have the custom liquid if you want to add certain code. You have like things related to the products and things related to storytelling in terms of like FAQ and stuff like that. When it comes to products, as you can see, you have product highlight. If you want to highlight one product, you have carousel, you have editorial, you have grid, and you have recommended products. And one of the newest thing that we have now is that when we list products, we have more control over the product card, which wasn't available before usually. So if you choose, for example, to do a collection list in here, and let's pick any collection, let's say this one. Now you have more control over your product card, so this element in here. Before, changing this product card was actually only available in here within the settings, so usually you would have like in here a product card section where you modify the things or the settings. Now things are being done at the section level, so it means that you can show different product cards depending on which page you are in or which section you are in. And you can add elements to this product card. So you have in here product image, you have a group. So if you want, like in here, for example, we have included the product title, price, swatches, and you can add to it. So let's say, for example, you want to add a section with small images and logos lower to the product. Let's say you want to put like if it's vegan, if it's gluten-free, if it's stuff like that. Now you can do that, but you need to also use AI, not directly. I will show you how in seconds. So again, first you can add from the available blocks in here, and as you can see, there is a lot of available blocks. So you can add headings, you can add text, an icon if you wish, and so on. And you can use meta fields in order to make this content dynamic and different from one product to another. If you don't know anything about meta fields and how to use them, I highly recommend you to check this video on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to cover meta fields now, but combining meta fields with this is going to allow you to greatly customize your product cards and make them amazing. As you can see now, when you click on the plus, in addition of the basic blocks that you can add, you can also click on generate. So you can add a special element within your product card that wasn't available by the theme. And this is the power of AI. So let me click on generate. And let's say I want to generate a list of icons. So small icons next to the product page. I will exactly tell Shopify to do that. Guessing what you are going to type in here, it's a little bit difficult, and it needs a lot of trial and error in order to understand how Shopify AI works, but you will get there. And if you find this challenging, I highly recommend you to check this video on my YouTube channel, where I give you very advanced prompts that you can use in order to improve your Shopify themes and in order to profit from this Shopify updates. Once you give Shopify your prompt, you just need to wait for the AI tool to generate the section. And as you can see, it's generating the section, and it's not going to be a coded section. It's going to be a fully customizable section that you can modify and that you can copy and duplicate in other places within your store. Because yes, now with the new update, we can copy and duplicate sections within Shopify. I've asked ChatGPT to create this icon list under each of the products, and as you can see, it generates this list in here. I can go back and modify things in here by simply typing in here follow instructions. I can still modify these things. So I've given Shopify AI the prompt to create this small list in here, and Shopify returned a fully customizable section. I can go back and give in here more follow-up instructions in order to modify this section in here. But as you can see, it's a fully customizable section. I can turn things on, turn them off, and so on, and modify my section. So let's say, for example, instead of having the icon in here already listed, so I need to choose between this, I can ask Shopify to replace this by allowing me to upload the icon. So I'm going in here, I want to be able to upload the icons myself. And also this field should be dynamic. In this way, I make sure that it's different between one product to another. So let me type this. And now Shopify is going to modify this section so it's exactly as I have asked for. Now the AI returned a new version of this block, but this time it's allowing me to upload the icon instead of using from a list. Again, I know that creating this type of sections is not going to be very straightforward or very easy. It will take you a little bit of iteration in order to be able to get the section to where you want it to be. And I'm pretty sure that over time this tool is going to be improved and the work with it is going to become way easier. And if you want to know more about this tool and if you want to get the prompts I use to create very advanced sections within any of these 10 free themes, I highly recommend you again to check this video on my YouTube channel. Once you create this section or any block on your store, you can simply right click in here on it, click on copy, and you can paste it anywhere you want. So again, if you want to paste it on another product grid or on another place, you can simply also right click and paste this new block that you have just created. Everything that we have done to our homepage so far can be applied to our product pages. And even the sections that we have created now here on the homepage can be copied and pasted into our product pages, whether it is a section that was already within the Shopify theme files or if it's a section that you have created using AI. So again, I'm gonna copy this one in here for the sake of example. So I'm going to click on copy. Now if I go to any product page, I will go in here and I can simply paste this section. So I can click in here and click on paste after, for example. I'm going to change the preview product and I'm going to talk a little bit about the different options available by default within the theme. If you want to change this section in here, you need to go to the product information tab in here and you find the information about this product. So in here you have the width, you have the media position, you have the gap, you have things related to the layout. If you open it, you will find the product media, which is everything related to the images. So you click in here and the first thing that you can change is the way your images are showing. So do you want them carousel or do you want them grid? So this is the carousel, and as you can see, even for the carousel you have options. So do you want to have dots? Do you want to have a hint? Do you want to change things like this? And even for the mobile pagination you have options. So if you go in here with a mobile view, you can choose between these options, for example, and choose what works practically best for you. You can even in here change this, so the way the pagination is showing. And if you scroll down in here, you will find more options. So for example, the aspect ratio, the corner ratio, and things related to the display in addition to the padding and so on. Under the product media, you will see this grouped in one family, which are the details of the product. So in here we have everything related to the description, everything. So we have the details. So we have, as you can see, the product title, the reviews, the price, the variant picker, and you have the buy button. They are grouped under one element, as you can see, so you can choose what to show and what to hide within this element. Again, this grouping of blocks wasn't available before. It's something new in order to make the work within the editor more practical. So in here also, again, you can choose to hide stuff, add stuff, and so on. You can click and hide this element if you wish, and so on. You can click on add block, even add an AI generated block in here. Okay, after this you have the groups in here, and we have the icon with text, which is this part. Then we have another icon with text, and we have finally the accordion. And this is actually very good because basically these are almost everything that you need within a product information section. You can also click here on plus if you want to add more elements, and if there is any available block, I think they have used everything. You can choose the block from here. You can even click in here within the section itself, within the group itself, and add a certain block if you want. And when you move down the page, it's the same as modifying any other page on Shopify. You just click on plus and you add the section that you want. You can even choose to add an AI generated section. So you click on the plus, you click on custom sections, and you in here click on add block, and you choose to generate a section with Shopify. I can't insist enough on the importance of profiting from this Shopify update to create better stores for your businesses. There is nothing that can stop you now, especially that you can create basically any section that you want. You can have anything that you want within your store without the need to pay for any web developer and without hiring anyone. You just need to learn this skill, to learn how to talk with AI and how to be able to generate these sections and modify them. This is practically mind-blowing. This is something that we never dreamed about, honestly. I'm not sure when this is going to be available within the pro themes, the paid themes on Shopify, but for now, if you are on the process of redoing your store or redesigning your store, this could be a very good start to get your store exactly where you want it to be. Thank you so much for watching this video, and again, I highly recommend you to check this video on my YouTube channel where I show you the exact prompts I use to create very advanced sections within these free themes. These prompts are very valuable. They took me a lot of hours, honestly, because I needed to do a lot of iteration until I found the perfect prompts that gave me the most customizable sections, and I'm pretty sure they are going to greatly help you. So watch it next, and happy learning.